Hi, this is Peter from the Temple. That's teachingsfromthetemple.com. And today I want to introduce a slightly different type of vlog. And this one is called A Day in Your Life. Your life. And I'm going to introduce it in 5 parts. And the 5 parts will correspond to the pentagram. And we're going to look at the attributes of air, the attributes of fire, the attribute of water, and the attribute of earth, governed by spirit. So, it all sounds very grandiose, but what does it mean? Well, part of empowerment is to know thyself. That means your strengths, your weaknesses, the things that actually attract you. And so if we talked about maybe fire, where is your passion? What is your passion? And how do you apply that passion? If we talked about air, how intuitive are you to the messages that are coming through to you? How aware are you of what is around you that contributes to a day in your life? And what about water? The flow, the emotion, the journey in the stream of life. Where are you in that? And what is it that it may mean to you? And of course, earth, foundation, stability, building, the thing that keeps you at a level. What does that mean to you? And then overall and overarching, how do you connect with your spirit? How do you commune with your higher consciousness? How do you allow the creative force, the God, the goddess, how do you allow them access and relationship and flow and communication? And do you actually make the time to allow those links to be established and also maintained? So it's an ambitious project. And we start off with a day in your life. Are you the sort of person that on Monday morning you wake up and you go, oh, it's Monday, I've got to go to work. And then I've got to be there every day until, thank God, it's Friday. We'll leave out the hump day on Wednesday, but we didn't really leave it out, did we? But if this is your sum total of how you see your week, somewhere you have to go, something you have to do, and the rationale is, if I don't do it, I'll starve. Is that really what you call an empowered viewpoint on how you spend your day? And I need to look at this in a number of ways, because there are a number of stages that you go through in your life. And all of these stages, from being a youth, leaving school, entering the workforce, if you're lucky, learning new skills, learning a particular career, and then maybe branching out as a qualified person into other areas within the workforce. Or maybe you've gone to university and studied and worked hard, and you've achieved the degrees that you needed to achieve, and again, breaking into the workforce. So a day in your life at that age, you are facing anticipation, maybe a bit of fear. Can I do this? Can I perform? Can I do the job well? Will I enjoy what I'm doing? So it's the beginning of a learning and growing phase. And then in a few years' time, you reach what we call the maturity of, I've been doing this, Am I able to change? Is there something I want to change? Or am I ecstatically happy with what I'm doing? Do I enjoy what I do? Or has it become mundane? This week, that week, next month, next year, all the same. And if that's true, then we need to look at a day in your life, in your middle years, to see whether it corresponds to what you'd like. And then in later years, you may decide to change your entire career. You may set a goal that sets you financially free. And then you're going, okay, I now have a choice. Well, I want to know, what would you choose? What aspects of the pentagram would you bring to bear on a decision that you make? And then there's the other side. I've done this for so long. I don't know anything else. I'm too scared to try anything else. I'm too scared to experience the risk. And risk is a thing. Risk is a thing that holds people back. Not willing to dare. And I'll bring you back to the pyramid. And one of those is to dare. And I would say to you that I'll introduce all 5 parts of the pentagram. And we'll introduce at least 3 stages of a person's life and development. The empowerment out of this will come from you being willing to examine yourselves under all 5 aspects of the pyramid. Because remember, if you were to stand up, put out your arms and legs, and think about it, you are the pyramid. And spirit is above your crown chakra. And think about you as all elements of the pyramid and pentagram matched together. For the pyramid reaches a peak, and if anyone's ever studied Maslow, there are levels of attainment within that get you from basic foundation right through to the thinking aspects where you virtually become a philosopher, whereas of course the pentagram is what we'll focus on first. And I'm interested in your spirit, I'm interested in your air, your fire, your water and your earth. So as we develop this, start thinking about, what is a day in my life? Do I enjoy the day in my life? Do I enjoy today, tomorrow? And we'll look at it in the current year, 2012. What is it about 2012 that you can say a day in my life in 2012 is like this? Then what I'd like to do is to maybe look again at an exercise, and it might be 2015. And then the last aspect will be 2020. A significant number, and hopefully significant in you recognizing that in 2020, what would I like a day in my life to be? What would I see as my perfect day? The day that just pushes all my buttons. The sun comes up, I shine. And I do with that day the best and the highest aspects that really, really take me way above the mundane, way above the normal, and into what we consider the priesthood to be. Well, let's think about that, and we'll develop this theme over the next few weeks. This is Peter from teachingfromthetemple.com. Thank you.